Boy, it's nice here, isn't it?
I feel so fortunate right now.
Boy, you look at those mountains and that harbor and the folks on the cruise ship saying, oh, we want to come back here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They're visiting the place we live.
Yeah. And we have a big weekend coming. That event in the harbor is one of my favorites.
Yeah, it doesn't get much bigger than, well, it's actually one of Vancouver Island's biggest outdoor music events. Of course, talking about the 23rd annual Symphony Splash, expected to attract an audience of 40,000 people who will be entertained with music, family activities, the fireworks, of course, and the talents of this year's young soloist. Ijun Kwan is focused.
I don't want to make any mistakes.
And a little fearful.
I hope I don't trip to the ocean.
The ocean and boats and an audience of 40,000 is what the Mount Doug student will face during her Symphony Splash debut.
I try to relax when I play, but mostly when I'm hitting the hard passages, I get tensed up. But that's what I'm working on, trying to be relaxed so the audience can be relaxed as well.
The 17-year-old will perform Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto, one of 14 songs conducted by the symphony's music director, Tanya Miller.
It's the 150th anniversary of the city of Victoria, and we are in that with music, celebrating that idea of our heritage, of our history. There's some wonderful music that comes from that. There's always a nostalgia that comes with the music, and for instance, the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto is so beautiful and so sweet that I think it'll capture everyone's hearts. And finally, there's that excitement that we all look forward to in the 1812 Overture and with all of the fireworks.
All will be staged on the Symphony barge, constructed over 4 days in the Upper Harbor before traveling to the center of the Inner Harbor.
I think it's a real celebration of the Inner Harbor and everything that it is, past, present, and you know, it sort of can capture those sounds that might not be around in the future.
Tobin Stokes is talking about the Splash Overture, which he composed with familiar sounds performed by unconventional instruments.
What I've done is I've actually incorporated the Coho Ferry live into the piece. They actually blast their horn, and then we get a chord from the brass players of the symphony, and then we get a chord from the Coho Ferry, and another bigger piece from the symphony, and then the Coho Ferry captain just goes crazy. He has a certain amount of time where he can just, you know, be as creative as he wants to.
As the symphony rehearsal wraps up, Ijun Kwan is feeling better.
It's so magical, you know? Like there are like music coming from behind me and they're really supportive.
Their goal to make a figurative splash, not a literal one.
Yeah, I don't want to be the first one to be the one like fall in the water. No.
You won't, Ijun, you won't. It'll all be okay. Symphony Splash beginning at 1 p.m. in Victoria's Inner Harbor with the Family Zone, and that's going to be followed by performances by Vic High's The Midnights and the Orchestra Parade, and then the Symphony Concert is scheduled to start at 7:30. Fireworks around 10. Well, Vancouver Island artisans and musicians also congregating in the Comox Valley this weekend for the Filberg Festival's 30th anniversary. The 4-day festival will feature 120 juried craft booths and a lineup of musicians, including Spirit of the West, Barney Bentall, and the Juno-winning jazz musician Phil Dwyer. Organizers say that only Canada's best are allowed to take part in their show.
All the artwork is juried, so that means that we have applications come from over 225 artisans from across Canada. It's a blind jury, and then we select 120 to 130 artisans to participate in our show. So we could say we've got the best of artisans in Canada here.
The goal of the Filberg Festival to raise money to restore and maintain the 9-acre Filberg Park and its lodge. Events run through Monday in Comox, and you can find a full schedule of entertainment at filbergfestival.com.